people like Jaguar Wright is speaking out about, stuff that I'm speaking out about. Hopefully that can get some eyes on some kind of, prosecutor, someone who will look into them and, see if justice can be done.
Yeah, we've seen the
Um,
same thing happen with R. Kelly as far as just,
exactly.
you get the right person to look in the right
Exactly.
direction, something may stick. So you, as is listed, if someone was to Google your name, Jonathan Hay, they'll see, you're as an American publicist and record producer. You start off as a publicist or a producer, or
A publicist.
okay. For those that don't know what a publicist is, because a lot of a lot of cats don't know, can you explain what a publicist's job is?
So the publicist's job has changed now a lot, and in 2024 with social media being so, prevalent, and artists are more in control. The newer artists and stuff, but publicists used to be the spokesperson, for the artists. They would issue the statements. They would, manage the press, crisis. Crisis management situations, were key, and like everybody, to contact the artist, they would contact the publicist, and that was like our job. But my job, I wasn't like the guy that like did like the red carpet stuff. I wouldn't, because there's like those publicists too who do the red carpet, who coordinate with the red carpet coordinator, and they do all that kind of stuff. I was more of the strategy behind it. Like that's what I like, is to come up with the strategic, angles, and the marketing and publicity behind it. So that was like more my job. That's what I was hired to do, to be that person. So that's what I would consider myself, as more of a strategist. Now some PR people, they like to, be all out there, like I said, and do the red carpet stuff. That's not really my thing. I'm more of a, you know um stay in my own lane and just come up with strategy.
So one of your strategies was to say that Jay-Z was dating Rihanna at one moment, at a point in time, right?
So one of the strategies that we all had, because Jay-Z wouldn't give us a quote, and because Jay-Z, and it was weird also because when I came into contact with one of the producers of Ponder Replay, he was like saying that there was a thing, between them. And he was telling me that, like off the record, I don't care about talking about this stuff now, because I didn't talk about it for so long, and I got that reputation of, being a guy who would, put out the, publicity stunt that Jay-Z was having an affair with Beyonce, and it was a love triangle, right? But that's why I'm coming out and talking about this stuff, because no, that's not really like, how it was, right? But the week when Jay-Z wouldn't give us a quote, obviously everybody was mad. And so it was like, all right, well, we're gonna get his, attention anyways. Plus, like I said, that a lot of people were upset because it's like, okay, Jay-Z will mess around with Rihanna, he'll flirt with Rihanna, he'll be inappropriate with Rihanna, but he wouldn't give us a quote to help break the record. You know what I mean? So that's why it's kind of like, um, the strategy behind it was, let's come at Jay, and it was very aggressive, right? It was mean to take a shot, like, I don't know if I can cuss on here, but fuck Jay Z,
Yeah.
like lady, like, because he was too busy chasing, Lady Sovereign at the time, and who was a British rapper who was trash in my opinion. It was like, come on, man, like this, you have Rihanna here, like this is your flagship artist. But like I said, it seemed like at first, like, he didn't want us to um be put on and be successful, right? It seemed like which was very strange because of how he interacted with her personally, which was shady. So it was just like, You know what I mean? It was like, all right, fuck this guy, you know? So,
can you
you
give
know,
us a history of Rihanna, as far as her introduction into the music industry? We watch Tyler now being introduced from South Africa, coming into the, a worldwide stage. What was Rihanna's introduction to the music industry? At what point did you get a hold of her to get her to Jay-Z's ears?
so I like she was already on Jay-Z's ear when I came through. Right. I came through this. I hate to even say his name because he's a cocksucker, but he's the other producer. His name is Veda Nobles. And Veda Nobles was from New Jersey. And if you look up Veda Nobles, he's a co-producer on Pondy Replay. He was the one who sued Lauryn Hill for the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And it was his production team, Newark, who sued her, which kind of led to, her shutting down. If you remember back in the music industry, like she was so busy doing the Fugees, and then she dropped Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which is a timeless classic. And then everybody was like, oh, she's a head case. She started missing shows. Well, she was depressed because, Veda Nobles and his guys sued her for the miseducation of Lauryn Hill and saying they were the producers of it, not her. So when I met Veda Nobles, I was introduced to him through Kevin Skinner, who was working for John Huston Entertainment, Whitney Houston's father's company. When he introduced me to Veda Nobles was like going through it, because everybody loved Lauryn Hill. So then he's the one who introduced me to Rihanna. He's the one who hired me to work Pondy Replay, write her first press release, and get it going and get some action, for the song. So that's how I got involved with that. And usually, like I said, I hate saying his name because, like I said, he's like he's a real cocksucker. Like, not only has he let me fall on the sword on like a lot of this shit is because, like I said, what he did to Lauryn Hill for miseducation of Lauryn Hill, the way he treated her by taking production credit, when that was all Lauryn Hill's album. She'd been working on that, since she was younger. That was her debut album. And this guy was trying to take credit for it. So that's how I met Rihanna.
Okay. Veda Nobles. Sheesh. Okay. All right, let me ask you, at what age was Rihanna coming into like Ponda Replay and the course?
She was 16 when I first heard about her.
Okay. Let me ask you this, because we look at stars like Aaliyah, and Aaliyah has ties to Jay-Z in regards to her, coming of age story, and of course, the Rockefeller Nation.